World breaking news. You ever notice if you ever bother to go look up the news on the internet, how it's always world breaking or global changes, etc., wiping out local news. Excuse me, the local news slogan. That local news that makes you feel like you have some sort of comfort in life because somebody cares about you locally. Well, they never cared about you. That's the God honest truth, and they still don't care about you. But anyways, I digress. I just found this interesting. Look at Botswana court decriminalizes gay sex. I wonder how much they paid Botswana to do that. NZ malls banning live cattle exports. Well, they should ban it. I don't know anything about any of these headlines, except for two that were interesting. Hundreds of plant types are extinct study. Plant types? When do they call them types? Aren't they species? Trump and his tariffs. Yeah, he's always got to be barking up some new fantasy to remain relevant, to entertain. Well, he also steals and robs you blind. He's no different than the rest. There was a gas explosion in Rome. Yeah, U.S. cannot expect to stay safe. Iran FM. Have you ever seen a clip of any Iranian authority actually threatening the U.S. or anybody else? I often wonder, because I don't speak Farsi, if there is any videos out there that actually show anybody in Iran threatening the U.S. or anybody else. Of course, when the U.S. starts it, they have the right to defend themselves, but, initially, I think that's all a big game, too. Just Iran thing. Something weird going on there. Oh, look, they're arresting a former president in Pakistan. Well, they haven't done that in the U.S. It's because Trump is a big fat liar. Look, it took 6 Indian men to kill one girl that was 8. Oh, look. And look at this most disgusting birthday wish, too. One of the biggest piece of shits in the world. My question would be, why is he still alive at 98? I don't know anything about that musical. Actually, I was going to say something else. And I forgot. I got wrapped in this headline. And the headlines, like a deer in the headlights. I got wrapped up in the headlines. Boy, these must be old headlines, huh? How can Biden, after everything people have shown him, Mr. Touchy-Feely, I'm not going to call him names because, there's a trend out there on YouTube now. If you call somebody a name and you can't back it up, you're going to get sued. But there are videos out there of him inappropriately touching young girls. How can he possibly lead the polls? And if that's true, then that's more than scary. You know, we said a long time ago that the whole, well, it was under a different channel, that the goal is to get pedophilia legalized. And we are moving slowly and slowly towards that. And this bullshit lie, of course, Iowa. Let's ask, what kind of people are in Iowa these days? Don't tell anybody. I think that's where a lot of illegal immigrants were sent to settle. Instead of splitting them up, they settled in populations. That was the Obama ideas. Well, I mean, not his idea, but that was the Obama plan set forth by the EREs. And instead of people speaking out against everything Obama was doing, they cowered. Not everybody. We spoke out, and some others did too. They cowered and cowered because they were afraid of the word racist. And they're doing the same thing to you by calling you anti-Semitic, and you're cowering again in the corners. So grow some balls, people. Now is the time to speak out more and louder than cowering in the corner, waiting for that hammer to smash your head, and then to make up the excuse that you committed suicide by taking a hammer and smashing your own head 20 times. And then having some idiot doctor come on with glasses and a white coat and a bow tie saying, yes, it's possible if you here, and here, and then finally you break through the skull. Oh, of course you're going to be able to smash your own head in, and we can call it suicide. They have too much control. It's time to end their control. And while Trump is out there starving the Venezuelan people, the Iranian people, people gather at his rallies. But then again, you have to wonder, are they being paid? What's $30,000, right? What's $100,000 to a billionaire? If these people are just on a payroll and they get $1,000 to show up to each rally, boy, I'd like to get on that payroll. Or, you know, they get probably $1,000, $500. All right, well, it is time for me to go now, because some little angels are waiting for me to go feed them. It's like I mentioned before. The strays out there, the dumped animals, are because of human beings. And other human beings have to take responsibility. And if you don't, just look at the world today. That's why it is what it is.